Hello everyone, so today we're going to be learning how to make a blowing kisses kind of art piece. There's a couple different forms that you can do, different ways of doing this. So there's one that's mostly ink, and it does require a photo of yourself to be cut out. And you can use other construction paper pieces or extra scraps or other painted papers that you've used in the past, along with just some lovely words. Okay, so yeah, so that's what we're going to work on today. Okay, so this is the picture I kind of have of myself blowing a kiss. So you need to kind of position yourself in that way if you want to look like you're blowing little hearts off your hand. Okay, so you can have someone else take your picture, or you could be talented and do it yourself like I did here. And what I like to do is I usually use like crayons or something that can color in the face a little bit. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can leave it black and white. But I use some warm and cool colors in here to try and show a little more where my cheekbones were and like places on my hand, make them stand out a little bit more. Okay, so if you want to do that, you can. So I'm going to start off with so if you want to do that, I would suggest doing that first, but I think I'm going to leave mine black and white for this one. And I'm just going to cut myself out from my hand, my arm, taking my time. Okay, getting all the way around my fingers. Make sure I don't chop any of my fingers off. That wouldn't be good. Because I don't want my background in there. I just want the cutout of me. If you don't have a printer and you just have old photos of yourself that you don't mind cutting up, you can use those too. Or you can draw something on there. You don't even have to use a photo. Okay, I'm cutting this here. Around my chin, around my lips, up my nose, and around my nose. Okay. Takes a lot of time, a lot of patience. And around my hair. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to just follow the little square edge of my paper to finish it off. Okay, and then it's me, yay. Okay, so now I can throw that other piece of paper away. I'm going to get a piece of construction paper that I want to use for this. I'm just going to use a smaller one, but you can use, well, this one's really long, but you can use a smaller one if you want, okay? And I'm going to kind of position myself in the bottom corner somewhere to match the edges, because this would look awkward if it's kind of off somewhere else. I mean, it's not too bad, but I kind of like mine off in the corner, okay? So I'll go ahead and glue myself down there. Make sure I get all the edges really well on the inside. There's plenty of glue. Line myself up here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now I am on there. Now I have to decide if I want to do construction paper hearts or if I want to draw some hearts on there, or if I want to do both, okay? And do I want to paint my background first? That's kind of what I did here with watercolors. I did some paint colors in there, or you can just leave it solid, okay? So your choice. I want to do is I even added extra words in mine too, like love, happy, family, joy, things that have to do with Valentine's Day, okay? If you want to put your words on first, you can, but I kind of like to wait till after my hearts are on there. So for this one, I'm going to show you some different little hearts out of pieces of paper I've collected over time. So these are old pieces of artwork and some from vinyl records covers that I've kept. You can even do cereal box covers if you want. So this was an old ink page that I did when I was in college. We were experimenting with ink, so I could draw hearts out of this. And you just pick and choose what you like from this. Like I like that there's a little green in this one and some lines, so I might do a heart out of that. And you just draw some hearts on there, whatever size you want to do it. If you want your hearts to be about the same size, Okay, so there's my heart. Then you can trace the heart first onto a piece of paper and then use that to trace around everything. Okay, so your choice how you want to do that. So I'm just going to do some random hearts here and there on this just to get a variety of stuff. I like the textured things here. But you want some to be big and some to be small, but not too big. Okay. If they're too big, they're not going to look quite right. Alright, so I'm going to cut out these little sections here for my hearts. What I want is the most time-consuming part of the project, but it looks really cool when you're all done. I'm going to have to get a different piece of paper now. Maybe I want to use, see I've already used some out of this. This is really cool, kind of black and white thing. So I'm just going to do part of the heart tan, part of it black. Do another one in here. Okay, maybe I want a little more black in there. Okay, alright, so I can cut some of those out. So I want a variety of different colors and textures and things to really make these hearts stand out. Okay, and so now maybe I want something a little more colorful. So I'm going to look at my bag here of some other things I could use. I have some really colorful ones back in here from something I painted. So you can paint your own little papers, let them dry, and then cut hearts from those too, if you want. So I like this a lot. There's a lot of cool blues and greens in here. So I'm going to draw some hearts out of these. Okay. I should do a couple here and there. Alright, so I can cut these. And now I'll do some with this. Ooh, there's nice pink and blue and purple in this one. Okay, maybe I'll do some that are slightly smaller. A couple in here. And maybe one that's a little bigger. Okay. Got a good variety of hearts going. Okay. And I always keep my scraps because you never know when you're going to use them. Okay, so I have some hearts now. If we look at this other one, I have small hearts that grew into bigger hearts. So you can do that. Usually things get smaller as it goes further away though, so you could start kind of big and get smaller as you go, or you can keep them all roughly the same size, your choice, okay? So I have some here that I can work with. And if you do Sharpie, as you draw on the hearts, you can cut on the outside of your Sharpie line. That way you still have that black line to help it stand out on your yellow paper. Or you can go back later and you can just outline them all again with Sharpie. However you want to do it. Okay. Alright, so I'm just cutting out some of these real quick. I'm not going to do all of them, just some to get a variety. And this is thicker, almost like cardboard paper, these vinyl record covers that I'm using. Okay, one's a little thicker. Okay, get some of these smaller ones. So I'm going to use one of these small ones, I think, to start me off. Or maybe I'll use a bigger one this time. I'll go the opposite. I'll go from big to small this time. Okay, so here's my really small one. I can go ahead and start putting these in order from biggest to smallest if I want to help me out. Okay, here's another one. Okay, and I'm going to cut out one more just to give you an idea. I don't want to take forever having you watch me cut out a million hearts. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so now I said I wanted to start with my biggest heart. I think this one's kind of bigger, so I can start with that in my hand. And since I'm black and white, you could also start with black and white hearts and go to colorful ones if you want to also. Okay, so this one's going to be kind of straightforward, maybe angled just slightly as I'm going to blow that heart. And I like to place them first before I glue them down, but you could do something different. And this one's going to kind of follow like it was blown first, okay? And I spread them out and I kind of angle them a little bit as they float on, okay? And you can start alternating them a little bit, okay? So if you look at this, I have several hearts being blown from here. So it starts with one, and they just kind of vary a little bit up and down, but they're all angled kind of in the same direction, okay, as they're floating up. So with this one, you could keep it really simple too, like this, just going and floating away. Okay, so I'm going to glue these down. The one that's in my hand, I'm blowing away. The next one. Next one. Okay, so as simple as that. And the smallest one. Okay, and now like I said, I can go back over these with a Sharpie. Okay, to outline them a little more if they are not dark enough or if they don't stand out enough. Okay, these ones are not too bad because I kept most of that black line there. I'll also go over with another line just to make sure. Okay. And it makes the hearts a little bigger too. Okay, so there we go. And I could even draw and add on some extra hearts in here and make some patterns. So if I want to have another heart in here, another one over here, I could add some and vary them and get them. Oh, I said I'm going smaller, huh? Start going bigger. So I can get smaller as I go out and add extra hearts, and then I can do little designs. So if I don't have a bunch of paper, I can just draw them on very easily. Okay, so something like that to add a little more. And I could do some patterns, like I could do diagonal lines in one. I could do vertical lines in another. Maybe I do swirls in another one. Maybe I do half and half, or half of it's black, the other one's not. Maybe I do one that's cracked, the opposite side colored in. So you could do lots of different designs and things to these. Okay, maybe one has, well, maybe I could just do X's. Okay, I could do the bottom triangle part black. Okay, lots of things that you can do in this. I do horizontal lines. Okay, and just have fun with it. Some could be solid, completely black, while others are left yellow. Okay, and just play with it, have fun with it. Maybe one has other stripes or dots or things inside. Okay, and you just have your patterns like that. And then all that's left to say is something like blowing a kiss so that my love won't miss. Something you could say, add it on there. You could create a frame around your design too, like I did a little border all the way around. Okay, if you look closely, these are actually little hearts that I turned into hearts from a zigzag pattern. Okay, if you're interested in seeing that, I could show you real quick on this piece of paper. So I'll just take this little scrap piece here. So if you have a border here, okay, This would be my border. I'd have zigzag lines all inside of it, like that. And all I'm doing is taking these tops and curving them in. And the bottoms, curving them in to make hearts. Curve in, kind of like M's. Just making the tops of hearts, and that's all I'm doing. Very simple, very easy border that you could do, and you can color these in different colors. You can do patterns in them too. Okay, so really easy, super fun to do. And like I said, you can do watercolors. You can add words in the background. I just did a big love, joy, kisses, and some smaller ones. So lots of fun ways that you can play with this. All right, well, I hope you have a fun time, and I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you next time. Bye.